right, everybody, welcome to the Ultimate 10 Ball Championship 2011. I'm Alvin with Inside Pool. I'm joined here with the mastermind, J.R. Calvert, and we're here to watch a match with Johnny Archer and Earl Strickland. Race to 8 here at this amazing venue.
Those of you that are watching at home, you're watching the Ultimate 10 Ball Championship. We're here at the Embassy Hotel in Frisco, Texas. This is a $35,000 added event. There's actually $50,000 added for the weekend by promoting Body Nazat. $15,000 to the women, $35,000 for the men added. And we have almost full fields in this entire event. Watching two of the best that joined us here this weekend, Earl Strickland and Johnny Archer. Alvin, this is a pretty hyped match.
Wow.
A lot of people want to see this.
This is
what's
gonna be
your
awesome.
feelings about this match?
It's hard to tell. I haven't seen either one of them shoot during the tournament, and it changes from tournament to tournament. You know how these guys shoot. They're so evenly matched.
Well, I'll be honest. I think Earl's on fire. He's recently come off of his defeat of Shane Van Boning on the 5x10 match, and at the same time, these two just had a bad blood matchup.
Yeah, they did.
Nebraska, and they're familiar with each other's games, and they're going to come at each other.
Definitely.
I think we're going to, both these guys have geared up for this match. They know they've had this match coming. They've had almost 20 hours to prepare. We knew that they were going to be playing each other yesterday.
We did, early
Evening, around dinner time. We knew this, so here we get started. Let's watch Johnny with that massive break that he has.
On the side.
One is going to go in the corner. Q got kicked around. I think it's going to get hit with the 9.
Sure is.
Johnny's looking at this, and I know that he doesn't want to have to do this, but he may have to push. As deep as that one ball is, and he's done it, he's left a jump shot. And he's going to come right out of the gate and challenge Earl, and Earl's saying, go for it. It's all yours, big guy.
Yep. Didn't even get out of his chair, did he?
He pretty much knew what Johnny was going to do. I mean, he's kind of like, okay, whatever. How do you like the attire that the players are in?
I think it's great. Body's putting on this event. He wants everybody dressed nice. Trying to put on a highly professional event. I think he's been very successful so far. This is one of my favorite events I've been to. Really, it's awesome. It's turning out to be great.
Johnny nailed that jump shot. Now he has a ride on the 10 where he gets to leave the 2 down on the bottom rail, spin the Q, 2 rails, possibly 3 or 4, up into the upper left-hand corner pocket, or about that area. He doesn't want to actually pocket the Q. He wants to just play safe at the same time.
Yep. If he's going to go with the cheese here. No. Yep. Oh, now he's left it right in the jaws of the pocket. Close to it.
I think Earl's actually going to contemplate kicking at this ball.
He's got a super cue. So what, he's using that for every shot?
I don't know. I think it's the remnants of the 5x10.
He's still on that kick, huh? I mean, he's playing with this super long cue. That shot was on the rail. Wow.
I mean, honestly, if he was playing next to you in one of those pool rooms where the tables aren't spaced too much, his cue would be going out across your table if you were playing next to him.
Wow.
And he had a rail shot.
Leave it to Earl to entertain.
I mean, we'll have to get a shot of him in his chair, but the cue sticks up 2 feet above his head.
It's as tall as he is. Wow.
Great
Coach,
stroke
look
by
at this.
Johnny. Wow.
We've been waiting
He's
for
gonna
this
get
match.
a good lick off F5.
Ooh, he could draw first blood here.
Hey, I know he doesn't want to do this because the 10's a little bit funny, but I think he's going to set up for a 5-10.
He's got to. Unless the 5 passes with no trouble. Yeah, that was a really nice shot he just played there. Didn't wear his horizontally striped shirt.
Yeah.
Must
well,
be.
He's taking it up in the corner now. He has a chance to draw this cue ball, but I think he's just going to get position on the 6. Smart shot. Real smart shot. Johnny Archer takes a 1-0 lead in this race to 8. Earl's got about a 17-inch piece of sandpaper out to work on his shaft.
Nice.
See Earl hit this 10-ball rack.
See where he's breaking from. He's breaking from the right spot. Put the second ball in the side pocket. Oh, he got kicked out.
Nice little spread.
Wow.
Even had a little decent action on the 10.
He actually made a ball. I think he hit that a little hard.
He's looked like he's made a ball and has a shot on the 1 with an angle towards the 2. Generally, what that would mean for anybody that's playing Earl is that they're in trouble.
Yep. He's got a problem with the 8-9.
Well, that 8-9 is a fairly easy combo.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to be able to manage that and keep that under control.
He could actually run into it right now if he put a lot of forward spin on this shot.
Well, he's getting
Top
position
spin.
for the 3, but the 5 or the 4 or 5 are down on this end of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I see him just pocketing the 7, getting the cue ball in a position because the 8 looks like to make the 9, and the 8's going to kind of take off on it. So he'll run the cue ball as he makes the 8-9 combo.
He's got a bicep weight and an arm and an elbow weight. Oh no, he's got both his weights on his biceps. Nice. Man, he hit that thing pure.
Really interesting thing about watching Earl play is that he makes it look so effortless.
Man. So does Johnny, though.
Johnny really does too.
And this is a battle of the masters here.
Well, Earl's such a deceiving player, though. If you were just a newbie and watching a game, it would seem like, well, everybody can do that. All you have to do is just hit this with a little low left, and a little low right here. You know, scotch of English here, and it does what Earl's ball does. Well, you know, trust me. It's not quite that way. How his speed is, looks a little. Ooh. Never a doubt, right?
Wow. Got almost 900 people watching right now. That'll work.
Yeah, for those of you that are just joining us, you're watching Johnny Archer, Earl Strickland match. We're here live and in HD at the Embassy Hotel in Frisco, Texas. We're watching the Ultimate 10-Ball Championship. This is Inside Pool Video Production. I'm J.R. Calvert. Joining me in the booth is Alvin Nelson. And for those of you that want to help their friends not miss out on this great match, just use the little Facebook and Twitter plugs down on the bottom of the player and shoot them a quick little note and just post it on your Facebook and Twitter pages. You will not leave the video. Just open up in a new window. And most of the work's already done for you. The links and everything. So go ahead and share it, and you know, let's see how big of a party we can get going here.
Nice. Earl's got his U.S. Open vest on from his 5 U.S. Open championships. I think he's won.
Oh, look at this. Earl is scratched.
Completely scratched.
And I think Johnny's going to love picking up this second game.
Johnny's got to make sure his clothes don't touch the.
I think Johnny would have liked to have been a couple inches further down on that, but, you know, this is definitely a playable lie.
It's like he's going up 2-0.
And just like that, Earl heads up 2-0. Or Johnny ends up being up 2-0. My mistake, folks. Earl is definitely thinking about that last shot. I think the things that are running through a champion's mind like that, you know, we can only guess on. Nice thing about Earl right now is Earl's keeping himself in great shape lately. He's been running 5 miles a day. He's actually spending a lot of time making sure that he eats right.
Yeah.
You know, keeps himself healthy. And, you know, he's in his late 40s. He's staying competitive with the younger guys, and even though you would, you know, look at Johnny and say, well, he's 40, you know, 41, he's still a younger guy that Earl has to keep up with. Johnny has no problem keeping his youth right now. You know.
For sure.
I pity them if they create a senior store at this time. You get Reyes.
Right.
And in a year or two, you'll end up getting Earl.
Yep. Well, look at the shape he's got on this run out here.
Massive break.
Awesome.
And connect the dots.
Yeah, it's really a toss-up with these two guys. Whenever they play, I can never say Earl's going to win or Johnny's going to win. Never. It's impossible to guess. It just depends on who's playing better that day. 'Cause they're so much alike.
Yeah.
They play so much alike. Earl's a little faster than Johnny, but they're pocketing skills, they're breaking. It's like an even match.
You know, we're looking. I think I've actually lost track of the number of world championships that are represented at the table right now.
For sure.
But I can tell you that it's over a half a dozen.
Easily. Makes it look so easy, effortless.
Well, when you have the ball making skills that these guys have, the game at that point moves over to another level. It's, mental.
Yep.
It's, little things you do to prepare. It's what you do the day before sometimes,
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you call your wife? That type of stuff. What time you even eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, this is a shot where, I've seen guys zigzag this and try and get position for the 9 on the side. I always like just coming straight at this 9. Just like that.
That's the shot, man. Down for the 10 ball, and it's going to make 3-0 real fast. This puppy's going to go fast here.
Well, Earl's got his arms crossed in his chair now. And generally that means Earl's getting ready to turn up the screws here.
Yep. Yeah, you can't discount him just because he's down.
He's looking a little bit more relaxed now.
Mm-hmm.
Right after Johnny made the 10 ball, though, he looked like my high school principal.
That's it.
Stern.
He's talking over there. He knows he's got to remain under control, though.
Yeah, well, he's on the right side. If he was over towards the side that Johnny's on, there's more of the VIP crowd there.
Right, they put him
that
there
would
on
be
purpose.
Pretty much trouble.
Wow.
I think 6 people broke all at the same time there.
Yeah, and Vivian miscued, I believe. Somebody did.
Earl lays down a healthy smash himself. And is he going to get that shot on the 1? Oh, he's already talking to Johnny. He's got his 9-foot pull cue now. Just in case he wants to pole vault after the match, he now has the ability to pole vault over the table and maybe even the lighting rig.
For sure. It looks like
he's in great shape, I'm telling you. I'd say in the last 10 years, this is the healthiest I've seen Earl.
Yeah, he is. He's got.
Well, he's getting his attitude right now.
Mm-hmm.
See that? I'm going to talk to myself. He's firing himself up. We're ready to watch something amazing if he actually gets in his zone.
Played a great shot there, man. A lot of different blockers
He took
in the
away
way.
the kicks.
He did. Very
Look
well
at this.
educated.
He's got Johnny forced into shooting into the short rail, hoping he doesn't hop, and then trying to control his angle off the second rail.
He's got to get
and
Johnny
trying to
chasing
make
him.
sure he hits the ball and play safe. Johnny might consider jumping this ball. I know that he's only going to hit a piece of it.
That's what he's going to do. I can see him amping up for a jump. A little Massey
Nice
shot.
Massey kick shot. And I think he got away with it.
He sure did.
You know,
What do you do here?
I
Hide
think
behind the
Earl's-
6 with the cue?
yeah, he's going to take cue ball down between the 8
Yep.
and 10, I believe.
Just makes
Oh.
him. Huh.
Or you
Wow.
just bank it right in and say thanks for the gumball, Mickey. We forgot about that. And I think we fell into the same trap a lot of people do.
Yeah.
That's right, Earl can make a lot of balls.
Yep. He can
Whoops,
make
I
any kind of
forgot
shot.
Well, here comes the shot. It's what he does with that 4-6 right now. And I think he's got room for the 4 on the side. But it's the angle that he has that's so important because of the 5-9s being tied up. You're ready to see some Earl magic.
Coming up on 1,000 viewers. Thank everybody out there.
Yep. He didn't want to do that, I'm sure. I think he shot that a little quick, even for Earl. Usually Earl convinces himself that he needs to shoot the shot first.
Wow.
It's actually in his chair. That's going to be this game.
Check this one. See it there, nice.
Earl's passing by, starting to. He's not liking the electric chair right now, is he?
No, he's not.
Staring at the ground.
Not a happy camper. Three to nothing here. About to be 4-0.
Yeah, Johnny's going to have some easy couple of balls here to make it 4-0.
Wow. Johnny Archer's not playing around, I'll tell you. This guy's here to win. He is not here to talk and make any jokes or anything. He's here to win.
I don't know whether he's actually said a word since he's came into the arena.
Nope, he hasn't.
I mean, he might just be in a mode. Earl's in his seat talking to himself. He's doing all the talking for the both of them. How's that?
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen players like Ralph Zuke, classic, is he'll just sit there and look at the ground and won't say a word when he's talking to Earl, and he knows that's the best way
Yep.
to be. Imagine we're going to be getting an update from our ProPool.com staff people here on the World Pool rating that the guys are shooting. I'm thinking Johnny has only made one mistake.
Yeah. All right, our stat update. Archer shooting 1,000, Strickland shooting 750. That's pretty low this early in the match.
Pretty impressive for Johnny, though. He's up 4-0, and he's got absolutely no mistakes. So maybe I was just imagining that mistake. fast the guys are breaking.
That'd be nice. Why don't
Maybe
you
we'll
get the
our
break speed
gun
out
out here and give you guys a little bit of a taste of this.
I know.
Didn't get her set up fast
Ooh,
enough.
scratch there. Earl just jumped up and pointed at something. Not sure what he's pointing at. Oh,
Earl's he's laughing. He's got a
see. Why is I don't understand why he's playing with this big long cue. He just must be so used to it from tuning in for that 10-ball match he played on the 10-foot table.
that might be it.
Might be just used to it by now and likes it.
It just feels right.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you feel right with.
He's always changing his equipment, though.
Yeah. Well, today he's got the pads on, the glove, and, you know, the pole vaulting pole. And,
Yep.
he tried to break him out and keep the shot. I don't know whether he can keep the shot or not. It's hard to really see that there. He kept his line.
Wow. Great looking shot there.
He's now starting to chat with the entire audience, not one person. Just, yeah, I got this.
It's nice seeing him in a good mood. Even though he's down, he's still, you know, enjoying himself.
I think it's fair to say that Earl's got a rather long stroke right now.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to see a guy with, you know, an 8-foot pull cue and a 2-inch stroke.
He must just like that thing.
You know, if you're working out, it's only a few ounces and you have all that control, fine.
Maybe he's got something going on there. All right, 4-1, everybody.
He has the experience.
And we do want you to go to ultimate10ball.com. Check out all the live scoring, real-time scoring they have going on there. We have both the streams happening, 2 streams at once. And we have 1,016 people online now. That's good. And you can check all these videos out on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Inside Pool Mag. And go to InsidePoolMag.com and check out our magazine.
Inside Pool Mag recently received a ability to live stream on YouTube, so look for that in the future. We'll be live streaming on YouTube.
Yep, as well as Ustream.tv.
Come right to the YouTube homepage and check us out there.
Yep. We're going to use both the streaming, Ustream and YouTube.
It's all about promoting this sport, folks.
Yep.
And we're looking at 2 of the greatest players alive. It's a great opportunity. Earl has a healthy smash. He's rooting to 1 here. And guess what? They took their places again. Our referee Ken has removed the magic rack. And notice that the players are not saying a thing about the rack. They're not even looking at it.
Absolutely not.
They know that magic rack has got everything locked up.
And Earl's going to begin his run. Man, the ball just rolls so nice when he hits them. It's just that perfect speed around the table. Johnny's the same way.
Yeah, these guys, we're watching 2 masters here.
Definitely. It's so hard not to make errors in this game, and you know, these guys play this good and hardly make any errors.
I remember watching Buddy Hall just play perfect pool for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Incredible player. Incredible. Could be a little slow now,
Yeah.
but that's Buddy. He can be fast, too. Right song was on the jukebox.
Right. I'll tell you what, I've heard more people say Buddy Hall is their favorite player ever than anybody. He's the one that people say is the most.
Well, he's a big bear of a guy with a great laugh, a good sense of humor, and he didn't make a mistake. What's not to like about the guy?
Plays awesome. I mean, he's just so smooth. Everything's awesome. All right, 2-4 right quickly.
And Earl's just shaking his head like, yeah, that's right, I got this.
Strickland's on the comeback.
It is amazing. I mean, just if you study personalities, basically what you have is the big dog walks around, he growls, he barks, he does what he wants, and all the others be quiet and bow their head, tuck their tail down, because they don't want the big dog to bite them. And right now, the big dog really still is today Earl.
Oh,
he's the
always,
machine.
Always.
And, you know, it's probably the smartest way for survival for a lot of these players, because they don't want to give him a reason to find that higher gear.
Mm-hmm. Johnny's going to step up to the break. Watch him make his perfect break again. Everything lay out nice.
Take a lot of pictures of Johnny trying to break the balls, and he's got one of the fastest out of the gate body speeds in the game. He's a blur during the break shot. Most others, I can freeze them.
Look at all these balls go. Wow.
One took its place.
He's out.
7-9 is the only problem right now.
He's out. Forget about it. 882 for Earl and Archer 938.
Thank the ProPool.com stats guys. The guys over at CK Billiards. They're helping out Ron Hoffman. They've joined his staff this weekend. Johnny's got a nice little interesting shot. The thing that's going on here is he's trying to figure out whether he just wants to play position on the 7 for a bank. And, you know, he just may do that. He's going to get up there. Now, this is the problem that I see. Oh, is that the 6 ball down on the bottom rail? Okay.
That is the 6.
That is the 6. I was looking at it like it was the 8.
Alvin stepped away from the commentating booth. This is Eugene Lee from Houston, Texas, joining in with Captain Calvert.
Welcome to the booth. Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Eugene's been...
I've never been here before, you're right.
Setting in with us all weekend here, folks. Been a tremendous help. He usually does the streaming for the Lone Star Billiards Tour. Kim White. You probably watched his work. I know I have.
Oh, a lot. I've watched a lot of work. I just want to say, like, the quality of the stream I've seen so far here with Inside Pool has been not even. It's basically close to fantastic. It's just an incredible stream. HD is crisp.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to provide a nice, clean look to billiards, and that's going to be very important. And just like that, Johnny takes his 5-2 lead.
This is the part that if I was playing, I would be worried about. These are two top players. They could easily run tanks. And that's
keep in mind that this now it's only a race to 8.
It is.
These guys are used to playing a race to 11. If it's a race to 8, things can go pretty fast. And I mean, I really don't want to sit back. I was to sit back and say that. Excuse us, folks. We're just going to get a switch from the camera there.
Get a shot of
Get a
Earl.
shot of Earl sitting in his seat.
Well, one little observation I wanted to mention was that there's actually not that much room for the seating, and on the opposite corner where Johnny Archer's sitting, he's had to kind of move his head and actually get out of his seat because of Earl's javelin. He's got a rather large backswing, folks, and it gets kind of close to Johnny's head. So yeah, Johnny's got to be careful, or else he's going to get one of his eyes poked out. He's going to walk around with a little eye patch, going arg, arg.
Pirate Johnny. Well, Pirate Johnny is shooting
maybe
an
getting their
impressive
revenge.
952. Well, Strickland is pulling up the rear at a lowly 882. That's right, only 882. But he's capable of getting that number into the 800 or the 900s here very quickly. And,
Yeah, that's just Earl being asleep right now. He has several more gears.
Well, he needs shots, and let's see what happens. Whether he can generate the one ball, down into the corner and keep a shot while making a ball. Well, got a little kiss, and I think the 9's going to get out of the way, and he might just have a pocket there.
He does.
If you look, he can get by there, and I think we're fine.
Yeah, the four is over near the rail, and he's got a clear path to the 1.
All right. Oh, that one waved goodbye just as it went. Close, but good enough.
Rabbit-tat-tat.
He's probably just going to swing his below the 3 ball and shoot the 3 in the upper left-hand corner here.
Oh no! Decided to hold the
He's
rock
going to shoot it up in the...
and shoot it down to. He's got to shoot go down to the bottom left corner.
This one, I mean,
I think
this one towards us.
Right.
Swing it underneath it, I guess. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Well, he's
That may not go tomorrow. And that hit really high up. I wouldn't have expected that ball to go if I shot it.
Well, he's undercutting a few shots, but still making them.
I'm going to make the prediction now that, he's going to go ahead and get out here and make this a 5-3 match. It's not too much of a prediction, I know, folks, but hey, give me something to work with here, huh?
JR, is that your final answer?
My final answer, I can name this tune in 2 notes. The 9 ball goes in the side and the 10 in the corner.
There you have it. 5-3. Earl looks like he's starting to wake up, and we may have a match here. But it's going to be a little tough because of the alternating break format.
Right now, Johnny gets to get up and answer.
Oh, that's true. It could be
both players seem to be making a ball and getting a shot, and that's why they're here and we're watching, because they know how to do this. I mean, what you're trying to do if you're Earl is you're hoping for a mistake on the break right now.
right. And this is also another reason why this is a big match, is that this is a winner side match. Neither of these guys have lost, and neither of these guys have any intention of losing.
Well, there's another side of this coin, is that these guys are probably looking at, there's maybe a half a dozen to a dozen guys here that they feel amongst themselves are part of the club that can rightfully win this tournament.
Right.
And they're playing to each other here midway through the winner's bracket. So they really feel that this is all about them making sure that they, stay on the right side early and let the other guy go through. They know they might see him at the end anyhow.
Right. Well, everybody knows that in a double elimination format, the one lost side is the harder side to come back from.
Sure. Well, it's hard to convince somebody that you can't be beat if you've already lost once.
Exactly.
And Johnny laid down a darn near perfect break. I mean, his cue's, a diamond from the center of the table. He's got a shot on a 1 with an angle towards a deuce. 6-8's the only problem. What do you got for us from the ProPool.com stats people?
Well, they've got us the current numbers right now. Johnny Archer is shooting a 952, and Earl Strickland has moved up to a 909. So,
Excellent.
the Pearl is warming up.
Well, he's leaning back. He doesn't want to be in the chair at this point, but that's where he's at.
Well, the table's open and he knows it.
Yeah. This is the torturous side of the game. As you're watching, an expert run out the balls that you need him to miss. Now he's jacked up over this 9, and it's a little hairy now.
Right, just a little bit. Earl's still not paying attention too much to the table, which in some cases that might be a good idea because there's nothing you can really do while you're sitting down but get nervous.
I make a prediction that if Johnny misses this, Earl will jump to his feet.
He's looking. He's already on his feet now.
He's sweating it.
And he's back down.
And he knew that was his shot for getting back to the table. Now he needs a miracle.
Johnny's looking at this.
I actually think he's going to play safe.
So
Like I said, the 6 doesn't go past the 8. Now he can play the carom, but
I don't think he's got the angle for the carom though.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's too touchy. Well, now Earl likes this because this isn't just coming to the table. This is coming to the table with a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
All he has to do is make this first ball and stay in line.
The 8 kind of plays big, but as long as if he can get a shot on the 7, he's out.
Well, he'll probably roll this in with a hair of right-hand English. Straighten it up and let that cue ball hopefully not scratch is what he's thinking, but he's going to play with the side pocket a hair here. Oh, look at this. He looks like he's going to play safe.
It doesn't look like he's decided what he wants to do yet.
Well,
He called it.
he is going to go for it. He overcut it, hit the 8, and sold out. I know he wishes he had that back. Now, I predict that Johnny will not shoot in the next 45 seconds. He's going to look at this. He's going to make sure he gets exactly where he wants to be. Looks like he's going to shoot, doesn't it? But he's not.
Right. Well, there's something that I haven't seen Johnny do so far, which is I haven't seen him pick a lot of lint off the table.
He's much better at that nowadays. But the reason I was getting at I'm not picking on him for being slow. I'm saying that he's composing himself. He got a shot back that he wasn't supposed to get.
Right.
Right. So he's got to kind of deal with that mentally and not think about it while he's running out. Get his mind trained on running out and get him focused on what the business is at hand is.
Right. And that the top players, their mental checklist is like 10 times longer than what you and I go through.
Well, unfortunately, I had a really long checklist that I used to be pretty darn good at. And even when I was rolling, it got to be one of those things where, take me a couple of seconds just to roll through it, but it became such commonplace for me to do. You know, I couldn't make a ball without doing it, and I had to actually spend a little time each day just beating balls so that I could still have fun.
Right.
It turns you into a machine a lot of times.
That's an interesting point. You're shooting too much within your method that you forget to just enjoy yourself.
I used to just do one-stroke drills. You get one stroke and you're done, and just play.
Johnny almost one-stroked that one.
And Johnny is now up 6-3. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, I watched probably no fewer than 24 times where Earl would be playing a local favorite and be the first, second, or third round, and the local favorite would have him, you know, he'd be on the hill and Earl would need a doctor. 5 or 6 games. And inevitably, the local favorite would miss the ball and Earl would run out and then break and run out the set. To, of course, everybody that was hating him before cheering for him, you know, during the run out. So, interesting player.
Everybody loves the underdog.
ProPool.com guys coming through for us. Archer's now shooting a 926. And Strickland is down to an 870 after that miss. Now these will be subject to fluctuate a little bit more than what you would think because it's at the beginning of the match, technically, you know, what you're used to in a race to 11.
Well,
this isn't ugly at all, is it, guys?
No, this is
I'm going to go and make a prediction thing again where I say I think he's going to push. Wow.
Where do you push to?
I would kick off the side rail where the 10 is and probably kick down to this corner where he's at. Because I wouldn't want to have him have a return shot. Oh, this is interesting. He's kicking.
He's giving us jump.
I wouldn't want him to have a return shot where he could put me behind that same stack. Earl's contemplating this one. No.
It's kind of it's a little yeah. I was gonna say the distance is a little short to jump with a full cue. He would have had to kick at it.
Well, what Earl's banking on right now is that Johnny jumps this ball into the back of the side pocket. He's going to probably be able to get the cue ball down for sure. He's just hoping there's a little hop to it, and it creates some hop to the one.
Well,
successful at that.
He's got to. I don't think Johnny's going to play safe on this, but how is he going to get up to the 3 ball?
Well, actually, believe it or not, you're not supposed to touch balls, but he can jack up, spear the 2 in, hit the side of the 4, and slide up table towards the 3, and kind of open the 4 up a little bit.
Right.
I don't think he's going to go too crazy here, but if he does anything else, he's probably going to end up running into the 4 anyhow. Oh, well, he did try and miss him. Folks, get ready, prepare to be dazzled, because I think what Johnny has done is he's given himself a shot, and he has hard position, semi-hard position, and a hard shot. He's going to get comfortable. What else could he do?
Well, if he's got the shot, he's probably going to take it. It's the safeties.
Earl has sprung up quite fast, and he likes what he sees. I don't know why, but he definitely likes what he sees. I think it's just the fact that Johnny's still not at the table more than what he's got waiting for him.
He likes seeing Johnny in his chair. That's what he likes.
Well, it's hard to win if you're not actually at the table. I think that's the mentality here. You're getting a pretty good look at how long Earl's cue stick is there.
Yeah,
he backed this up way too much. Holy cow. That one got away from him. Yeah, he's going to probably... No, keep in mind, we're playing call shot. That's why you're hearing the players play safe, call safe. He needs a kick here. He's going to leave Johnny in easy out. See Earl on the corner of your screen there. Giving a little commentary to it all. He's in line and Earl's fidgeting.
Earl knows.
Well, he's got his opportunities and he's squandered them.
Yeah.
And like we said, to these guys, they're playing for $35,000 or whatever it is. It's going to be up top at the end of this tournament because they think this is for first place as far as they're concerned.
Right. Well, what's worse is that Johnny's probably going to get on the hill, and I think Johnny won the lag, right?
I believe so.
So if he won and I think he's up for the next break. So Earl might be sitting in his chair, like, period.
Earl might watch the rest of the match from where he's at.
Picking off some side lint. I was just joking that he was picking off lint from the side right now.
And Johnny Archer has a hill. Extremely packed conditions here. Seeing some of the people in the audience here.
Yeah, we are surrounded by people.
Right now, we're ready to invite a few of them in to do some commentary with us. It's absolutely packed to the rafters right now. If we didn't have our place in the booth, we wouldn't be able to see this match for sure.
Yeah.
You folks at home are getting a treat. You're seeing what, a few hundred people here, only a few hundred people here can manage to get a seat for this event.
And the rest of you get to see this from the comfort of your own house. All 1,105 viewers.
I'm sure those numbers have fluctuated. Folks, it's still not too late to invite some of your friends from Facebook and Twitter. Hit that little button, the T and the F down on the lower portion of your player. It will not take you away from the video, and it'll do most of the work for you. All you just got to do is click it a few times, and you're set.
Well, got a little some numbers from ProPool.com, JR. What do they say?
Well, the guys are starting to hone in on where these guys are going to end up on this match. Archer is shooting a 908, and Strickland is an 872. And let's take a look at Johnny's break.
that 10 got kind of close to the side pocket,
Yeah, it did.
and it counts if it did.
It does. It doesn't count in the lower two pockets at the bottom of your screen. If it goes in the upper four, well, you get a gumball. Now, I'm just going to say, do not rule Earl Strickland out at this point. I know it seems like this match is over. It is not. And if you ask Earl, he just needs a shot.
Exactly.
And if you ask Johnny, he's smart enough and has played Earl enough to know that he has to get out. He has to close the door on this match. That's the only way.
Well, either that or give Earl a shot that Earl doesn't shoot, like the jump shot.
Right. Johnny had a pretty nice shot there. I think Earl's going to be able to somehow kick behind it and maybe kick down table. He's shooting really quick. Okay. Good speed.
What do you call?
He's playing a 10 on the side. Interesting call. He may be going 3 rails with the 1 ball. It doesn't look like that's on. It's an interesting call. Just in case something went crazy wacky there, I guess.
Wow. It was a nice thin hit, but left Johnny an open shot. Well, let's see if Johnny's giving himself a cut on the 2. I think he has.
I really don't foresee any problems, but this is, the case game, so be prepared for anything to happen, of course. He is a little bit more straight on this 3 ball than what I'd like to leave myself here.
Well, the 4 is sitting by the side, so it won't be too bad.
Nice touch. See our referee Ken in the background, making sure that nothing happens that would be a little fluky on this last rack. Earl's already started smiling, and he knows that it's over.
Yeah.
He's enjoying the million volts of electricity running through him right now.
Well, I spoke with Earl a little earlier, and he wanted us to mention Mike Galassi, who's the man responsible for his new weapons.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike Galassi, not only
Galassi.
is he Galassi, Galassi, I've heard it pronounced both ways. I've never really fared that up with him. He makes a great cue, great repairman.
Oh, he brought.
Look at Earl. He knows he can't give him the final 10 ball. And that's it, folks. Johnny Archer takes down Earl Strickland, a score of 8-3. You've been watching, well, we're still watching Earl. A little bit of words.
Of course.
You're watching the Ultimate 10 Ball Championships.
Here in Frisco,
Production-
Texas.
Production of Inside Pool Video. We're here at the Embassy Suites in Frisco, Texas.
That was J.R. Calvert. This is Eugene Lee joining him in the commentator booth. And looks like we're going to see a quick little Earl Strickland demo.
Well, you will find this out with a lot of the better players that they will not just let a miss go. They'll shut it up and shoot it 6 or 7, 8 times.
He's actually
Yeah,
he's actually playing for the Rattle.
And he's signing off with the referee now, and this will conclude our broadcast. But stay tuned. We're going to bring another match live to you from here at the Embassy Suites in Frisco, Texas in a few minutes. Stay tuned.